The Swanburne Academy presents Why We Disagree. I love Brussels sprouts. You don't. Does it mean we can't be friends? Of course not. We all have personal preferences. If my favorite color is blue and yours is orange, it doesn't mean one of us is wrong. We're both right about how we feel. If I like to get up early and you like to sleep late, we have different habits. If you prefer opera and I prefer jazz, we both love music. When people have different preferences and opinions, it isn't a bad thing. It means we have stuff to share with each other, to teach each other. Maybe you'll teach me to love opera. Maybe I'll inspire you to eat Brussels sprouts. When we share our differences, it makes our worlds bigger. But sometimes it's not so easy to disagree. Let me show you what I mean. There's a big difference between opinions and facts. An opinion is a personal judgment or belief. A fact is something that has been proven to be true. Where does that proof come from? Observation, research, investigation, and evidence. Scientists do careful research. They conduct studies and experiments and observe the results. They share their findings with other researchers and check each other's work. Good science brings us facts, not opinions. Journalists interview people, examine documents and other evidence, and seek multiple sources to confirm what they've discovered. When reporting facts, journalists are trained to be truthful, accurate, and unbiased. Opinions are personal. Everyone's entitled to their own. Facts are true no matter who you are. It sounds like it should be easy to tell facts and opinions apart. Yet, all human beings have a funny trait. When we meet a fact that contradicts an opinion we already hold, we have a hard time believing it. This is called confirmation bias. Our brains are amazing, but they can be stubborn. They resist letting us change our beliefs, even when the facts suggest otherwise. Our brains mean well. One part of our brain loves facts, but another instinctive part of the brain thinks change is always dangerous. Whenever we confront something new, our nervous system reacts to protect us. All of us do this. Because of confirmation bias, we tend to ignore or disbelieve facts that challenge what we already think. And we give extra attention to evidence that confirms we were right all along. When we allow confirmation bias to take over our thinking, we stop being curious about what's really true. We allow ourselves to believe whatever feels most comfortable and familiar, or whatever the people around us tend to believe. we stop thinking for ourselves, and the facts don't matter much anymore. 2 + 2 might be 4, or it might be 3 if you like 3 better, or 5. This kind of disagreement doesn't make our world bigger. It makes our world smaller. When we ignore the difference between fact and opinion, pretty soon we only feel safe talking to people who've chosen to believe the same things we do. Once you understand confirmation bias, you can do a better job making sure you keep your facts and opinions straight. How do you know what's a fact? Here are some questions you can ask. Is it based on research? Is it provable by means of the scientific method, mathematical data, or some other clear evidence? Do most experts in the field agree that this fact is true? Does it come from trustworthy, unbiased sources? Personally, I wouldn't trust a candy company to give me the facts on whether eating candy is good for your teeth. I'd want to know what dentists have to say about that. Now, I believe this world is full of beauty and goodness, but it's not a perfect place. I'm sorry to tell you that there are people who create false stories on purpose. It's not right to do this, but unfortunately, it's pretty easy to do it. Nowadays, anyone can share false information on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok, and millions of people will see it, and many of them might believe it. When done in an organized way, this kind of lying on purpose is called disinformation. It's more than a prank. Disinformation can be destructive. It even can be used as a kind of warfare. Here are 2 other words that describe particularly nefarious types of bunkum. Propaganda is false or biased information put out by a government or political party to gain support or deceive an enemy. Governments throughout history have used propaganda, especially in wartime. Once, Alexander the Great tried to intimidate the opposing army by leaving behind really large armor and helmets on the battlefield. He wanted his enemy to think his soldiers were giants. That's propaganda. Conspiracy theories are false and often complicated stories that prey on people's negative emotions like fear, anger, or prejudice. These theories might claim that there are secret, evil organizations running the world, or that true historical events are elaborate hoaxes that never really happened. It's shocking how easy it is to make people believe a lie if it's repeated often enough. Our emotions are powerful, and if a story makes us feel excited, we want to hear more of it. Because the internet makes it so easy to share information, these theories can spread like wildfire. The more people believe a conspiracy theory, the easier it is to assume that there must be some truth to it. But there isn't. There are no facts, evidence, or research supporting conspiracy theories. They're just bunkum. No one loves a good story more than me, but we must never forget the difference between a made-up story and the true facts about how the world works. I know some facts are hard to think about. They might make us frightened or sad, but ignoring them won't make them go away. Facing facts is the first step toward solving real problems. Our beliefs, habits, and opinions are not a fixed part of who we are. As Agatha Swanburne once said, an open mind lets ideas out as well as in. Whenever you learn new facts, your old opinions may need an update. That's a good thing. It means you're learning and growing. Each one of us is unique. Let's celebrate our differences, including our different beliefs, values, and opinions. None of these differences prevent us from treating each other with respect and working together for a common cause. But we must never ignore or deny the facts. And don't let anyone fill your head with bunkum either.